listening to Intellectual Nudity.
That's no
Uncensored.
Do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Uninhibited.
Suck my penis!
Unleashed.
Say hello to my little friend!
The Jose Soto Show.
Oh my God!
Okay. Now, today was a very historic day, I think. Some few grumpy old men in black robes dithering about whether gay people have equal rights. A lot of excitement in the air. Oh yeah. So let's see. We had the Supreme Court taking arguments, oral arguments. No, not that kind of oral. But I don't know. I don't know what to really think about this whole thing. A lot of people have their own assumptions about this supposed oral argument. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I will say this, though, is that what's interesting is a lot of people, don't understand what the whole, legal mumbo-jumbo is, heightened scrutiny or, rational basis and all that. But yeah, there are people who follow this shit, and they understand all that. But if you want my synopsis, I'll say this: look, there's just too many things to consider. First of all, Obama. That guy comes in and, well, not him literally, but his lawyers at the Justice Department. I don't know what they're doing. It was sort of weird that at the end of the hearing, because I heard it all, that this lawyer from the Justice Department comes in. He presents this kind of, I don't know, it's like this weird theory. And I talked about this on my blog. And I got ripped on by all these Obama maniacs. And let me just say that if you support Obama, fine, I don't care. But, what you have to understand is that Obama is a politician. He's doing this for various reasons. And it has nothing to do with, supporting marriage equality, as we call it now. But it has to do with politics. Obviously, everybody knows, even your most staunch anti-gay activist, even good old Brian Fisher or my drunk aunt Linda Harvey, they all know that gay marriage is inevitable and it is a constitutional right. They know that, but they cannot admit to that fact because they're, delusional, and some of these guys are radio guys like Rush Limbaugh, and they want to keep this illusion going that somehow gay marriage is going to affect you. And we have a video about that. I want to show you this video that I saw. It was pretty interesting. They went out there and they asked these anti-gays at the NOM rally, You know, because Nam had a rally. Ooh, if it was a rally, which it wasn't. So it was pretty tame, pretty boring. So they had the Nam rally, and they went out and asked these people, how does gay marriage affect, and they couldn't even answer anything. So we'll check that out in a bit. But let me just play you this, though. Here are the most interesting parts of the whole oral arguments. Here's a clip that I want to play from the Supreme Court oral arguments. Let me see here. Oh. Oops. Not that kind of oral. But imagine if you had to do that to Scalia to get gay marriage passed. You want to blow Scalia? I don't. Sorry, but I'm not into Italians. Oh, get over here, yeah. Suck daddy's dick. Not really. Alright, let's play the real clip here. Now here's a montage of clips from the Supreme Court hearing, and pretty interesting, funny stuff. So let's see what we have here. Alright.
Implausible in the extreme, frankly.
Okay, and this is the guy that is, this guy's not a good, if he was my attorney for anything, you know, even if it's suing, my local drugstore because I slipped on the banana peel or something, I don't want this guy to represent me because he is the most pathetic attorney I've ever seen. He's stammering, he's not putting his thoughts together, and then he says the most craziest shit. So let me just play that for you. But this is him, and then after is going to be the Ted Olson lawyer. He's very good. You want to have that guy on your side, I tell you that. So let me see. Okay, so this is Cooper. I don't know his first name. A lot of funny shit, though. Let me play this.
For 9 justices to have seen no substantial federal question, if it is true, as the respondents maintain, that the traditional definition of marriage, insofar as it does not include same-sex couples, insofar as it is a gender definition, is irrational and can only be explained.
Do you really get this? I don't really get this. What does this have? I don't know. Fucking mumbo jumbo. It's a gender, of course. Well, that's another argument that people have been posing. Oh, well, the Proposition 8 is a discrimination against gender. Okay, yeah, you might say that.
Explain. As a result of anti-gay malice and a bare desire to harm. Virtually every appellate court, state and federal, with one exception, Hawaii, and a superseded opinion, has agreed that it is not a gender-based classification. But I guess it is gender-based in the sense that marriage itself is a gendered institution, a gendered term. And so in the same way that fatherhood is gendered.
What is he talking about?
Gendered, it's gendered in that sense. But we agree that...
I have heard a lot of, weird excuses at court, because I used to go to traffic court a lot, all these traffic tickets. And I've seen a lot of people come up with weird things and excuses and, theories and all that, but shit, this really takes the cake. What the fuck did I just hear? I don't know. Marriage is a gender? The hell is he talking about? What do you mean is a gender? I'm telling you, this attorney, he's overpaid. Golly. he should go back to chasing ambulances because this guy is pathetic. I mean, if you're one of those Proposition 8 guys that you gave up all your money to do this kind of project, which you shouldn't have done. I mean, you wasted like 30 million bucks on this whole thing, on this whole charade. All because you're afraid of homosexuality. That's all it is. Nothing to do with gender definition of marriage or genderless marriage or any of these wacky pseudo terms that these hamburglers want to come up with. The hell's the matter with this guy?
To the extent that the classification impacts, as it clearly does, same-sex couples, that classification can be viewed as being one of sexual orientation
outside of the marriage context. Can you think of any other rational reason for a state using sexual orientation as a factor in denying homosexuals benefits or imposing burdens on them? Is there any other rational decision making that the government could make? Denying them a job, not granting them benefits of some sort, any other decision?
Your Honor, I cannot. I do not have anything to offer you.
All right.
And then you lose your case, you dumbass. Then what the hell are you doing there in the fucking Supreme Court? Do you know how much money you have to spend to go and fight a case at the Supreme fucking Court? It's a lot of money. I don't know, one of my attorneys I had before, he said, oh, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, Jose. So, I don't know. I guess these are the kind of lawyers that live in luxury, in a way. Like, they know that the whole thing is going to fall apart and they're going to lose. But hey, I'm getting paid. I don't give a shit. Fuck that. Somebody said this attorney might be gay. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's why he's stammering and quivering and not trying, he's not really doing a good job. I don't know. Maybe there's something in there. I don't know. I doubt it, though, because the more fierce somebody is, I think you can probably say that, the more fierce or more homophobic somebody is.
Mr. Cooper, could I just understand your argument? In reading the briefs, it seems as though your principal argument is that same-sex and opposite-sex couples are not similarly situated because opposite-sex couples can procreate, same-sex couples cannot, and the state's principal interest in marriage is in regulating procreation. Is that basically correct?
Your Honor, that's the essential thrust of our position, yes.
Mr. Cooper, let me give you one concrete thing. I don't know why you don't mention some concrete things.
Here's Scalia.
Redefine marriage to include same-sex couples. You must permit adoption by same-sex couples. And there's considerable disagreement among sociologists as to what the consequences of raising a child in a single-sex family, whether that is harmful to the child or not.
But the thing is that there is no speculation. A lot of these scientists have already, written papers about this, psychologists, and now we have sociologists and the American Academy, I don't know what it is, the Pediatrics Society. And so they came out and they said, no, we studied this already and there's nothing really wrong with a child being raised by a gay couple. And Scalia, of course, when the evidence is pointing one way, and he doesn't like it, he's going to ignore it. And I've been saying all this time, we have to impeach this guy. I mean, this guy is off his rocker many times. I think he's having dementia or something. I don't know.
States do not permit adoption by same-sex couples for that reason.
If you're over the age of 55, you don't help us serve the government's interest in regulating procreation through marriage. So why is that different?
Your Honor, even with respect to couples over the age of 55, it is very rare that both parties to the couple are infertile. And the traditional
Really, because if a couple,
What a dumbass.
I can just assure you, if both the woman and the man are over the age of 55, there are not a lot of children coming out of that marriage.
Your Honor, society.
You see, a lot of people are really interested in this case, so they are listening to the case, and it's on C-SPAN. And this guy just made a fucking idiot of himself. And instead of trying to recuperate, say, "Oh yeah, sorry," you know, make a funny joke or something. No, he just continues on like a fucking robot. He looks like a fucking. He looks buffoonish. I mean, he sounds buffoonish. I can't really look at it. It's all audio, but I mean, again, how much money did they pay this goof to? Well, I mean, the people who are running this campaign were goofs, obviously. So I guess they have to hire their own kind. The hell. And what law school did this fucking attorney go to? UEI or DeVry University? What? Do they even have a law program? I don't think they do. But they'll teach you how to change a carburetor or a transmission. But they'll, hey, yeah, and they will also teach you how to, argue before the Supreme Court. Why not?
Society's interest in responsible procreation isn't just with respect to the procreative capacities of the couple itself. The marital norm, which imposes the obligations of fidelity and monogamy, Your Honor, advances the interest in responsible procreation by making it more likely that neither party, including the fertile party to that.
Actually,
to that couple,
I suppose we could have a questionnaire at the marriage desk when people come in to get their marriage. Are you fertile or are you not fertile? I suspect this court would hold that.
Can you believe this guy is a Supreme Court justice?
Of privacy, don't you think?
I don't.
I know that you will want me to spend a moment or two addressing the standing.
Okay, this is Ted Olson.
Before I do that, I thought that would be important.
The lawyer fighting for gay marriage.
To have Proposition 8 put in context. What it does, it walls off gay and lesbians from marriage, the most important relation in life, according to this court, thus stigmatizing a class of Californians based upon their status and labeling their most cherished relationships as second-rate, different, unequal, and not okay.
Mr. Olson,
You see, notice the difference between this attorney and the one that we just heard. I mean, he sounds intelligent, assertive. He sounds like an attorney. He knows what he's talking about. His whole thing is put together nicely. And he gets really aggressive with Scalia. I mean, he tangles with that guy. So, it's pretty interesting stuff. But it's a good thing we have this guy on our side. A good thing.
Cut off your friend before he could get into the merits, so I think
I was
it's only
trying
fair.
to avoid that, Your Honor.
I know you.
I'm curious. When did it become unconstitutional to exclude homosexual couples from
What a dumb
marriage?
question that is.
1791, 1868, when the 14th.
I mean, what the hell is this kind of a question? What kind of Supreme Court justice would ask this stupid question? Well, let me ask you this, Scalia. When did the Obamacare law, when was that unconstitutional? When was that unconstitutional? Back when the Commerce Clause was adopted? Back when the 10th Amendment was adopted? I mean, I mean, we can use this on anything. Even on the assault weapons. So when is the ban on assault weapons unconstitutional? Because when the founding fathers adopted the Second Amendment, we didn't have any AK-47s or R-15s or anything like that. And believe me, I'm a gun owner too, but I'm talking about principle here. I believe that it is unconstitutional to ban assault weapons. I believe that. Why? Because it's not a constitution. It's a weapon. Or it's an arm, as they used to call it. The words really mean something today. That's what we're talking about today. We're not talking about 1791. We're not talking about 1868 or whenever the 14th Amendment was adopted. We don't care about that, Scalia. We care about is today. The Founding Fathers wrote a constitution that applies to every generation, all the way through. That's what I like about our country. We have a really small constitution because it's very basic, but it's very fundamental.
Amendment was adopted. Sometime after Baker, where we said it didn't even raise a substantial federal question. When did the law become this?
I may answer this in the form of a rhetorical question. When did it become unconstitutional to prohibit interracial marriages? When did it become unconstitutional to assign children to
Easy
separate
question,
schools?
I think, for that one. At the time that the
He's having trouble answering this.
Protection Clause was adopted. That's absolutely true. But don't give me a question to my question. 50 years ago.
He didn't like that.
I can't answer that question, and I don't think this court has ever answered a question.
That's the problem.
What I tell you now, the case that's before you today is whether or not California can take a class of individuals based upon their characteristics, their distinguishing characteristics, remove from them the right of privacy, liberty, association, spirituality, and identity that marriage gives them. It is not an answer to say procreation or anything of that nature, because procreation is not a part of the right to get.
So it's just about the label in this case.
The label is like
same-sex couples have every other right. It's just about the label.
The label marriage means something. Even our opponents.
Sure. If you tell a child that somebody has to be their friend, I suppose you can force the child to say, "This is my friend," but it changes the definition of what it means to be a friend. And that's, it seems to me, what the supporters of Proposition 8 are saying.
That's not really good.
All you're interested in is the label.
That's not a good question.
You insist on changing the definition of the label.
Traditional marriage has been around for thousands of years. Same-sex marriage is very new.
I hate this guy.
I think it was first adopted in the Netherlands in 2000. So there isn't a lot of data about its effect. And it may turn out to be a good thing. It may turn out not to be a good thing, as the supporters of Proposition 8 apparently believe. But you want us to step in and render a decision based on an assessment of the effects of this institution, which is newer than cell phones or the internet? I mean, we do not have the ability to see the future.
Then why are you? Well, I mean, here's the thing. I guess Alito was the one also that voted to take the case. And then why did you take the case, asshole? I mean, what the hell's? I don't know. So the thing is, the people who actually brought the case to the Supreme Court are the proponents of Proposition 8. And yet, they don't even know what the damage will be. They don't know what the evidence is. So it's like you go to court and you sue somebody, and then you say, "But okay, judge, I'm suing this guy. He owes me money, but I don't know how much money he owes me, and there might be some receipts out there, but I don't have them here with me. But yeah, I mean, he owes me money. I don't know how much, but it might be somewhere over there, and you know what's going to happen, right? You're going to lose your damn case." And so I don't know. I think I'm done with this clip. But the thing is, a lot of people are making assumptions about this. Let's just wait and see what happens. But a lot of people are drawing a lot of lines from the questioning and all that. And what I know is Kennedy is trying his best to really pull this off. Okay? And I know he has gay friends and relatives, so does Roberts, but the problem is their legacy. They don't want to damage the gay rights movement because they think, and this is a wrong assumption, by the way, because they think that this case will be like Roe versus Wade, and it's not going to be like Roe versus Wade. I already explained that. Abortion is when you kill a baby. Some people say that. Okay, I'm not going to get into a debate about abortion, but I'm just saying, some people are saying that abortion is killing a baby. Gay marriage is two dudes or two girls getting together and getting married. That's a whole different thing. Apples and oranges here. We're not talking about the same thing. And I don't know why. And I just caught on to this recently. Why are we lumping in gay marriage and abortion? I mean, I know we did that last year with pot. And, we during the election, the Colorado and Washington, I think they legalized pot or something. And so the media, the lamestream media, they decided to kind of lump both issues together, pot and gay marriage. And, of course, they're not the same. I mean, you might have sympathies for different reasons, and that's important, within each issue. Like abortion, gay marriage, food stamps, or, the fiscal cliff, whatever. There are certain issues that are different. Okay? I mean, look at the polls here. I have a poll here in California that, no, actually this is not the one. Where is it? Fuck me. Fucking disorganized here. Alright, so we have here that close to 2/3 now of people support gay marriage. And then we have the younger generation, which is under 30, 80% support gay marriage. Wow. That's a huge jump. And actually, that's even higher than in Europe. If you look at, because I have here, I can't really find it. I was trying to find it and look for it today, this morning. But I have a poll here that in Europe is less. You have and if you look at all the anti-gay bigots over there, like in France or in the Eastern Europe or in Italy, all the bigots are young. They're like in their 20s and stuff. And you have some old folks out there too. And over here in America, 80% of our new generation of Americans support gay marriage. So all we have to do is just wait for the dinosaurs to die off. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I support our senior citizens, but golly, your senior citizens vote really, really weirdly. I mean, you people are weird. Be honest. Come on. I mean, you vote for Republicans who want to take away your Medicare and your Social Security, and you vote for them. And then you're like, oh no, don't take away my Social Security. I don't know what's the matter with these people. Oh yeah, because they're stuck in the 50s or something. Nostalgia. I don't know. But the old folks, I think it's around, 48%? Well, that's close enough. And the young folks, 80%. And that's a lot. In Britain is not, I think it was 60% of the young folks support gay marriage in Britain. That's Britain, right? Oh, progressive, so advanced, so progressive. Yeah, right. My asshole's more progressive than that shit. Let me say, here in America, we are going to be the leaders of the free world. We are the leaders of the free world. We determine what is liberty, what is justice, what is equal rights. We know that. And we don't need these stuck-up little toads in France or these little British lads lecturing us about equal rights and gay rights. We don't need them to lecture us. This is America. All right? We have taken man to the moon, baby. We may not be perfect. I'm not saying that we're fucking perfect. I'm not saying that. We're far away from perfect. But which other country is better than us? Sure, we have the South, we have the Republican reactionaries, we have all these fascists, but we have to stick together as a country to get rid of them, or at least humiliate them for what they are: fascist and reactionary, and regional and racist and homophobic, or anti-gay, as that's the new term now. I like anti-gay better though. So 80% support gay marriage who are under the age of 30. And that's a good thing. So my thing is that the Supreme Court is going to probably, I don't know, I'm just going to take a wild guess here. I think the Supreme Court is going to say, no, there's no standing. They're going to cop out. They're chicken. And the reason because of that, it's not the fact that they're chicken. Somebody said that on the internet. I don't know. I think you can call them chicken and cowardly for doing that. But I think most likely Roberts and Kennedy, and probably even Ginsburg and Breyer are thinking, wait a minute. If we move too fast, what's going to happen? Are we going to jinx it? Are we going to throw a wrench into the gay rights movement? And that's what they're thinking, right? Or another probable theory that I really like too is that, because they like Democrats, these four liberals, they might just convince Kennedy and Roberts, and probably Alito too, and Thomas, probably all the justices will say, you know what, we're just not going to rule on this, because they want the issue to be dragged out. Furthermore, 20, 30 years more, we need to use this issue as a wedge issue for the political parties. That is why they don't want to rule on this yet. It's not because, there's going to be some sort of, backlash. Because, like I said, Roe versus Wade, different issue. Abortion, killing babies. Here we have gay couples getting married, happy weddings and all that. Totally different. And like I was trying to say earlier, you see in the same poll where 80% of the people under 30 support gay marriage, the same age group, no more than half of these people, these young folks, support abortion. Because we have come to that consensus in a way that gay marriage is a different thing, and I think it should be jettisoned. You're right. Well, I'm right. We should jettison abortion and gay marriage. Separate them. They don't belong anywhere near in the same room. Okay? That's what I say. You want to achieve this, you're going to have to do that. Forget about abortion for a minute, because we have Roe versus Wade. Look, it's already done. Now, I know some states are trying to, outsmart the Supreme Court ruling and all that. We can deal with that later. But for now, we can do this. If somebody in North Dakota wants to get an abortion, how many people live in North Dakota, by the way? 200,000? Let's just say 200 girls want to get an abortion. So they can just go to Canada, or go to South Dakota, or go to the nearby state or Minnesota and get an abortion there. Or how about this for a solution? How about this for your entertainment? Wear a condom. Pull out. Some of these people don't even know what they're doing when they're having sex. That's why they get all pregnant, and they get pregos, and they have problems later. So there you go. But for me, the reason why the Supreme Court doesn't want to rule on this is not because they're wary. I bet you that Roberts and Kennedy, everybody on the court except for the usual suspects, Scalia, Thomas, and Alito, the altar boys of the Supreme Court. Everybody else on the court wants to say 50 states, all the territories, gay marriage, full on, there you go, done deal, it's over. And we should be doing this. In June, this issue should be put to rest, put it out of its misery, let gay people get married, that's it. The parties should not be using this. But the people who are saying, these ideologues, these political pundits, that's what they call themselves, right? These hacks, and that's what they are. These fucking hacks are saying, no, Jose, we need to let the debate continue. We need to continue this. We need to. Why you want to go through this misery more and more and more? Let me tell you this. I thought that social conservatives didn't want the issue of homosexuality, gay rights, gay marriage, gay anything shoved down their throat. Hey, especially a gay cock. Well, it depends whose gay cock it is, right? If it's Scalia's. Oh yeah, they're gonna go straight to that cock. All right. They don't want anything shoved down their throat, but yet they want to debate this. I'm like, wait a minute. Which one do you want? You can't have it both ways. You want to debate this, or you want your throat secured away from the gay cock of gay rights that's going to come down, ram down your throat. God, wait. Anyway, so for me, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. They're going to say no standing. That means that only California will be allowed to have gay marriage for now. And, they're going to drag this issue out and state battles, and all that, state by state. And then what's going to happen is there's going to be a time where that section of the age group under 30 who support gay marriage, they're going to be older now, and they're going to be the huge voting bloc. So that means we are going to have a huge shift within 10 years on this particular issue, and so it's going to go back to the Supreme Court. I mean, we're going to have a few states here and there, probably New Mexico, probably here in Arizona, probably Nevada, probably these purple blue states. Now the rest of the states, the real hardcore red states. I mean, we can get probably a few red states here and there. Probably we can get I don't know. We can probably Arizona would be a good shot, I think. We could probably get Nevada. We can probably get Wyoming. We were also. I mean, the lawmakers in Wyoming. It's kind of funny though. They were entertaining a bill to legalize gay marriage. I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that doesn't happen in Texas, by the way. It's not going to happen there. So forget about Texas for now. But what's going to happen is, the holdouts, like Texas, like Mississippi, like Alabama, like Idaho, like Utah. I'm talking about those, like South Carolina, like Georgia. Maybe not Georgia. I don't know what's going to happen there. But the real hardcore ones, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, or Missouri, whatever it's pronounced. Montana, I don't know about that. That's a really good state too, a good red state to start getting the issue out there, and getting the voters to support it. It's not far-fetched. It's not. You have to really look at it realistically, okay? And we can probably get North Dakota too. I mean, who knows? But Texas, forget about it. It's not going to happen. Not in our lifetime. So the only way that we can do that in Texas, which is and also it has a lot of gay people there too. More gay people than in North Dakota or in Montana. But what we could do is, of course, just do it like how we did it in Lawrence versus Texas. And then by that time, because we have a young Chief Justice, which is Roberts, he's going to be a little older though. He might even, right before he retires, he's going to rule that gay marriage is a constitutional right all across the country. And that's how it's going to work. And then his name is going to be on the textbooks of America. oh, the Roberts Court. This is what they. Oh, Roberts. He was a leader in gay rights at the Supreme Court, and he got a gay marriage. All this. But and then of course the Prop 8 case. That's just going to vanish in history. I'll bet you that's what's going to happen. So before I pass away, before I die, before I get buried into the ground or thrown into the fire, I'm gonna read not a newspaper, but a textbook and see if my prediction was correct. Okay, most likely it will be correct. That's what I think. But there you go. Anyway, Supreme Court. And tomorrow is the what? What do we have tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow is the Defense of Marriage Act. Okay, so there you go. Defense of Marriage Act tomorrow, and today was Prop 8 case. So I don't know what tomorrow is going to be interesting as well. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, whatever. Anyway, SCOTUS Prop 8. There you go.